Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. Thank you for joining me back here on another episode of Bello Calcio. We're currently out in Japan in the J-League. We're still managing Shonan Bellmare in this final season. And as we are drawing towards the end of the season, the games are going to be hotting up from here on in. If you've been with us across the past few episodes, you'll have seen us progressing towards the end of this season and how brilliant it's going to be. We were supposed to be coming back for the Sanfrecce Hiroshima games in the Emperor's Cup, I think it was. Yeah, no, in the J-League Cup, something went a little wrong. Somehow, I don't know whether it's a schedule problem or whether it's something to do with the way that the database is, but let me show you anyway. The schedule then, as you can see, so the last game we played was the Yokohama F. Marinos game. Since then, we have beaten Hokkaido, Consadole Sapporo 4-0 on the road, Praysart getting 2, Ghana getting 1, Quinones getting the other. We then had an impressive 7-0 win against Tokyo. Goals pretty much from everywhere. Starting off with Quinones, Hayashi, Praysart, Mita, and Hayashi. Mita getting a hat-trick there. Absolutely battered them. And then Urawa Red Diamonds went on to beat them 2-0. Goals from Mita and Kuwahara. And then it kind of all went wrong. You might be able to see here this 3-2 game. This is where we were going to come back because we are supposed to be playing in the J-League Cup quarter-final, but as you can see from some of these names on the starting lineup, we had Hatano in goal, Ghana, Uchiyama, Machida and Nishikawa. They were pretty much our only first teamers. Somehow we ended up in a schedule clash where we had 31 players away on international duty, which left us with nobody to play in the cup games. So in the first game, this is the lineup we put out. We ended up losing 3-2 narrowly on the road. We did have 2 goals disallowed, one from Han, who is a forward wearing 56, and one from Uchiyama in the 91st minute. We did get a goal in the 96th minute from Yanagisawa. Where is he even playing? I don't even know who that player is. And we can't click on him because he's no longer available. Here he is. Doesn't tell us what position he was playing in, but yeah, he got the goal. Pretty crazy way for the season to be coming towards an end, because we then played the return leg at home and exactly the same thing happened, and exactly the same scheduling problems with all the players away, and somehow we turned them over 3-0. Absolutely crazy. I didn't come back for the first game because I thought we would be out of the cup by then, so I just thought, we lost 3-2, it'll probably happen again. But no, we went and won, and that means that we are through into the next round. And that brings us nicely up to date, and we are playing against Avispa Fukuoka in today's episode. That is going to be in the Emperor's Cup. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump in and show you the starting 11 and how we get on against Avispa Fukuoka. Here we go then. So a more familiar lineup for us to bring you back into the series with. So we've got Tani in goal, Lopez, Tachibana, Hatanaka and Hirabayashi. Ghana in the RPM with Praysart, Atangana and Hayashi. Nishikawa and Mita are the leading two. Machida struggling to get into the team. He's had a bit of injuries, a few fitness problems. This is the lineup we have kind of settled with when we have had all of the players available to us. Mita still banging the goals in for fun. Nishikawa has been chipping in as well, so we've considered leaving him up top, and I think the team pretty much is going to be on a roll from here on in. So this could get interesting towards the end of the season. Let's jump on into this game and find out if we can get through to the next round of the Emperor's Cup. Game is up and running then, and we are underway for another Emperor's Cup game. Nothing happening in the first 5 or 6 minutes, thankfully, but a free kick after 9 minutes, which I think Ghana is going to be over. I think he's our designated free kick taker permanently now. He just step up, he hits it straight into the wall, which is unlike him. The ball falls to Hayashi, and I thought he'd squeezed it in at the near post, but the goalkeeper had it covered. It goes out for a goal kick. So, yeah, some interesting games that have just gone. Those 2 cup games, as I was explaining to you, I don't know how the scheduling had worked out. Maybe it was the database. Maybe it's just I'm so far into the game now that something is a bit of a miss in the future. But somehow we had 31 players away on international duty at the same time as we are playing in the J-League Cup. So it was challenging. which again, like I said, just is why I skipped it whilst I'm talking about skipping things. Nearly skipped a goal there as Nishikawa heads in at the far post. 29 minutes, we are in the lead of the game. Brilliant piece of play here from Hayashi. Gets the ball, turns the corner, and then cuts back across the defender. Left-footed cross. Nishikawa's there with the header past the goalkeeper. But yeah, 31 players away on international duty meant that we were struggling in the first teamers department. Managed to get through the game somehow. Across the two legs, obviously lost 3-2, won 3-0, which was pretty lucky, but hopefully that's not something that continues, because if there's international clashes along with that competition, basically gives us a massive handicap, as we are fielding 8 or 9 players who don't play for the club and don't even have contracts, which is pretty disappointing. But that isn't, is it? That's a rocket. Garner has scored, hit the underside of the crossbar. A little bit of news about James Garner, actually. Earlier on in the save, I said that we had this new contract in place with Garner, where it pretty much secured him and locked him in for the long term without that £10 million clause. I didn't realise that when they set it up, it was set up that the clause would be removed in the new season. So at the moment, we have got a few teams like Napoli, I think it was, kept coming back with offers, and they're getting close to the 10 million. We had an 8.5, a 9.25, I think it was. They are creeping up closer and closer to that 10 million. We're holding them off at the moment. Hopefully we can get through to the end of the season. That new contract kicks in. It's disappointing to lose him now. I mean, for me personally, as I keep saying, this is going to be the last season anyway. So to see it out with Garner in the team would be fantastic. For the club in the long term, I'd like to see them try and keep the players that I've bought rather than just cashing on them straight away. What is that player doing? Hayashi has gone to ground. We have got a penalty. Hopefully Mita's going to be on this, not Garner, after last season's penalty taking nonsense. Mita is on the ball. He steps up and he slots that away. How many goals is that for the season? That's 35 in the season. And again, Mita's a player who's been linked with lots of big clubs. Arsenal, PSG, Napoli as well were interested in Mita. So another player for the future. If the club decide once I leave to cash in on him, they should now be able to command whatever kind of fee they like, because we removed the clause from his contract as well for the minimum fee, especially for the foreign clubs. So I think we're doing right by the club for the long term, and I think that once we move on and we come back for that 5-year special, hopefully with the money that's in place and the infrastructure that we've built while spending some of the board's money, this is a club that's going to stay at the top of Japanese football for a while. I mean, the board's still, only in this season, as Mita gets another goal, 36 on the season. The board have only just in this season realised that we've been winning the league pretty much every year, because now all of a sudden out of the blue they want us to be winning the J-League instead of just challenging for it, which is no problem because we're on the cusp of it anyway. I mean, I don't know whether you caught the league tables at the start of this episode, but we are one win away, I believe, from lifting another J-League trophy. So that'd be every season that we've been at the club. So yeah, the foundations definitely are in place for the team going forward, and I do think that we are going to leave behind a bit of a legacy in terms of building from within. Early on, foreign players was the way to go. We've built the bank balance up, and then we've been buying Japanese players, and certainly the Thai internationals that have come into the club have helped us out tremendously, as we can see the comical goal where the ball bounces around like a pinball before it's just slotted into the empty net by Kazumi. But yeah, I think in terms of this save, the mission was to turn certainly Shonan into the biggest team in Japan. I don't know if we've done that because of the way that the MWE works. We can't attract players like an Iniesta or those kinds of players. But in terms of being able to say we have fielded a lot of young Japanese internationals, as Atangana gets a 5th goal. That's number 10 for the season, Mr. Atangana. It's a decent return, isn't it? Yeah, but for us to say that we fielded a lot of Japanese internationals, and certainly the Thai internationals that have come through the club, plus we've had a few of the other non-foreign Asian players come through as well. So I think in terms of legacy, this save is exactly what I wanted. Well, 2 shots now that smashed in off the other side of the crossbar, both at that end of the pitch, as Kida makes it 5-2. And this goes like a rocket Ball goes across. Kamiya plays it into the feet of Koizumi, slides it into Kida. He smashes it, comes off the underside of the bar. Goalkeeper there has got no chance. Tani just watches it go over his head, and it's in the back of the net. But we aren't stopping here as Ghana with a corner. Tachibana at the front post heads it into the crowd behind the goal. And that is probably going to be all she wrote. 4 minutes of added on time, and I think we are good to go. So we are going to be booking our place in the next round of the Emperor's Cup. Safe passage through there against Avispa. I wonder if we can find out who we will be playing in the next round, if that is possible, before we wrap this one up. Let's skip through all these things. You might have noticed that our Vissel Kobe fascination goes on. For some reason the game loves pairing us against Vissel Kobe. So Shimizu S-Pulse is the next game in the Emperor's Cup. We're going to be bringing you that in a few days' time. First, as you can see, the schedule now reads AFC Champions League second round, J-League to win the J-League. Both of those games will be against Vissel Kobe. We then also have Vissel Kobe now in the J-League Cup semi-final first and second legs. And then the Shimizu S-Pulse Emperor's Cup game. So, as happens with this save, the end of this series is going to come down to how many trophies we can win. Still in the Champions League, still in the J-League Cup, still in the Emperor's Cup, and we are about to win the J-League again. So lots to keep up with on the save. But for this one, firstly, before I go, if you're still watching at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you very much. Secondly, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please consider doing so. We're over 1,400 subscribers now here on YouTube. It's been a brilliant ride in the first year and a half of making this content. If you could continue to support us on the path to 1,500, I really would appreciate that. And for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. Come back tomorrow and see us face off against the old enemy, Vissel Kobe, in the AFC Champions League second round.